We're doing a little dive into loan types, and the loan type that I'm having a quick look at now is called a line of credit. Very rarely seen these days, but let's have a quick look at what they look like. The easiest way to describe a line of credit is a giant credit card. Imagine a giant credit card, and instead of having a $5,000 or a $10,000 limit, you might have a $100,000 or a $200,000 or a $300,000 limit, quite literally. So let's assume that on this card we have a $300,000 limit. A line of credit could quite literally have an evergreen term. That means you don't have to pay it back for 30 years. It might have interest-only repayments for 5 years or 10 years or 25, or literally what we call evergreen. No principal, no repayments due for 30 years other than the interest on what you spend. The way to repay a line of credit is by leaving money in the card. So you spend 20K and then you put 20K back in. That's how you pay off a line of credit. If you spend 20 but you only put back in 10, then of course you owe $10,000 and you're going to be paying interest on that for the rest of the term, or for as long as the money is outstanding. Quite literally like operating a credit card. So these could, as you can see, be quite dangerous for a homeowner. If you had used this to buy your home, you have to be quite disciplined to pay your loan off. How do you know where you're supposed to be in the repayment cycle? How do you know whether or not you've actually paid your loan off and will have it paid off in the normal period of time? And you can see why these have gone out of favor. They are good for investors who want to write a check for the deposit, for example, on a new property that they want to buy, or somebody who's in business and wants to purchase business equipment. So there are horses for courses. There are people who can take advantage of the features of a line of credit. For most everyday people, though, or for homeowners, typically not that advantageous any longer, and we don't, as I say, see very many of them anymore. So that's your line of credit, just like a giant credit card.